Hello children, happy morning, and I'm happy to meet you in the next session. So, what is the value you have learned in last session, children? In last session, I have completed the explanation of part 1. What is the value you have learned in part 1? Did you listen to the full video properly? We teachers are doing these videos and PPT for your benefit. So, you have to listen the video carefully. You have to view the things which is given over there. Okay? Don't be in a hurry to just skip over the matter. Just go through the video carefully so that you will understand something. Now tell me, what is the value you have learned in last session? I'll give you a clue, children. That is, from the character of the king, when he met the hermit, I explained you a value there. And I insisted that you people also should have that value in nature. What is that value, children? Do you remember? Okay. The value which I have taught you in last part is humility, being humble. Being humble in nature, being polite in nature. The character of the king serves as a role model for this. Here I have given you a quote. What is the quote? The more humble we stay, the more God blesses us. Is it true, children? If you are going to be so humble, we will receive the blessings of our elderly people. Do we receive the blessing from our elderly people or not? And if you are going to be very rough enough in nature, if you are going to be harsh enough in nature, if you are not going to have the quality of humility, think how you will behave with your parents, how you will behave to the people in society. The way you behave to the people in society will be different, no? So, try to have the quality of humility. That will help you a lot. That will make you as a better human being. Again, I repeat, the more humble we stay, the more God blesses us. Do you agree with me, children? This is the value you have learned from part 1. And you could see this in the character of the king. Next. So here again I have given you a quote. Being humble is the first sign of true great human. A very catchy thing, no? And it speaks the reality. Being humble is the great sign of true great human. If you are going to be a human being, you have to be humble in nature. And towards the right side, you could see a picture over there. What is that picture? A hand is sharing love and concern to the other human being. It's very nice, no? A hand which shares kindness, love to the other human being. If you are going to be humble in nature, you will be approachable in nature so that you can be friendly with all the people. So my advice to you is, you children also should be humble in nature and you should be a responsible person. Now coming to part 2, I have given you the homework. What was the homework given? I asked you to read part 2 and I asked you to make that part 2 like a conversation. Conversation between hermit, king and the wounded man. You have to make it like a conversation. You have to record the audio and you have to send it. Okay. So, whatever the work is given by the teacher, just have an attempt. Just try it. Try to do whatever you can. The sentences will be there in the book. It will help you to write the conversation. You can go with direct speech itself. Okay, whatever is given there in the textbook, you can go with those things. You have to divide into which conversation will come for whom? Like king, what he says, and how does the answer given by hermit, and what the wounded man speaks to them. This is the way you have to write it like a conversation. You will see dramas, no children. Okay, I have made you perform many activities as drama, no? The same way you have to write the conversation and you have to do it. So now I am going to just brush up on part 2. That is, with this hint point, I am going to tell you what happens in part 2. It is better to note down all these hint points in your classwork note, English classwork note. Note down all these hint points in your English classwork note. So this is the explanation of part 2. I am not going to explain you fully. Am I clear? I have just given you the hint points which will make you understand the story. But my advice to you is, I want my children to read a lot. Reading skill will improve your speaking skill, children, and it will also improve your writing skill also. So try to read books whenever you have time and listen to English news in English channel. Try to enhance your language, children. Your language should be very good. When you are studying in a CBSE school, the language should flow like anything. Okay. So reading, listening will improve your writing skill, and it will also improve your speaking skill. I hope so my children would have read part 2 on their own. Have you read, children? Okay. Now let me just brush up, give you the gist of part 2. The king saw a man running towards them. This was the ending part of part 1. So the king will come running towards them, and he will have a wound in his stomach and blood will be oozing out of it. What is the meaning of the word oozing? Have you come across the word called as oozing, children? Oozing is nothing but blood will be flowing out of it. Blood will be seeping out of it. So blood will come out of it from the injury. He fainted and fell to the ground when he reached the king. Fainted. So he became unconscious and he fell down to the ground when he reached the king. The king took care of him and redressed his wound until it stopped bleeding. Again here you could see the king took care of him and redressed his wound until it stopped bleeding. Now the character of king, the humble nature of the king is again portrayed over here. A king will never do this sort of activity, but this king is doing. He is setting a role model for you. He is trying to be an example for others. He is a very good king, no? Next, the king took care of the injured man. He redressed him, thereby he also took care of the injured man. How he took care of the injured man? The king and the hermit helped the king with the hermit's help carried the wounded man into his hut. The king and the hermit is carrying the wounded man into the hermit's hut. By this time, so now the sun is set now, it is the evening time. So these three people are going to spend that night in the same hut. The king, the hermit and the wounded man, they are there in the same hut because now it is dark now. The king is not able to return to his kingdom, so he is being there. Next morning, the wounded man apologized to the king. When we read the before line, we could see that the king will have a very good sleep over there. Because of working, he was very tired and he had a very good sleep that night. And he had got a satisfaction to him also that he is taking care of a person. So when the next morning comes, the wounded man apologized to the king. What is the meaning of the word apologized? Apologized is asking sorry for. Will you ask sorry to your friends' children when you have done something wrong? Will you say sorry to your parents when you have done something wrong? Try to have that habit of saying sorry when you feel that you have done something wrong. Here you could see the wounded man apologized to the king. Why he is apologizing? He is telling that he came there to kill the king out of revenge. Okay, there was a bitter incident which made the man to kill the king. But in turn, when he came here to kill the king helped him. The king gave him life. When the bodyguard of the king came to know that he is the one who has come to kill the king, he will just injure him, okay? He will just injure him, and that is the reason why the man comes running there with a wound. Now the king is giving him life by redressing his wound. So he felt sorry for it, and he said that he will be a faithful servant to him from that moment. The wounded man is getting a realization in his heart that what he has done is wrong. What he has planned to do is wrong. Now he is getting a realization, and he is apologizing to the king, and he is also telling that from that moment he will be a faithful servant to the king. Okay, next. Now when the man moves from that place, the king asked the same 3 questions to the hermit. The king asked the same 3 questions to the hermit. Did the hermit answer? No. The hermit smiled at him and said, "You have been already answered by the situation happened. You have been already answered by the situation happened yesterday evening." So what was the situation happened? The man came with an injury. The king dressed up him. So now the answer for those 3 questions is, what is the right time to do things? Live the present moment. What is the next thing? Okay, what is the next question? With whom he should share things. With whom he should consult things. So now the answer for next question is the person with whom you are. Next, the most important business to do is doing good for the person. Now the hermit gives the answer as live the present moment. The person with whom you are is the most important person, and the most important business is doing good thing to others with whom you are. Have you got the answer, children? Live the present moment, and the person with whom you are is the most important person, and the most important business that you are going to do is doing good to the person. These are the 3 answers for the questions which the king had in his mind. Now, so the value that we imbibe is live in the present moment. The value that the story has taught us is live in the present moment. Are you living in the present moment, children? Are you enjoying your life? Are you worried about your future? Try to live the present moment of your life. That will help you to be responsible.